Wow. So I'm guessing you guys know already by the title what I'm going to be talking about. But the Saints traded Adrian Peterson to the Cardinals for for an undisclosed draft pick. And then after they got Adrian Peterson, they got rid of Chris Johnson. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't expect this to come. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect him to get traded so fast and out of nowhere. After everything that's going on, with the NFL protests, the national anthem, and Odell's injury, the Giants' injuries, and that's just crazy. All this, and JJ Watt's injury, and you just out of nowhere you just see Adrian Peterson gets traded to the Cardinals for an undisclosed draft pick 2018, just out of nowhere, and then they get rid of Chris Johnson. I think it was a good move on the Cardinals end. It was about time for Adrian Peterson to go out of New Orleans, because after week 1, you see him arguing with Sean Payton on the sideline. He went to a team that was already running back heavy, that didn't even need him, and he's that workhorse running back that needs the ball like at least maybe 15 attempts a game, 15 or more. And he's that guy that always wants it because he pushes his body to the limit, and that's why he's one of the reasons why he won't last long in NFL. The injuries catching up with him. He's catching up with age too, and you can't just keep running so aggressive so long because you won't last. And there's always another Adrian Peterson in the draft. Look at Hunt from the Chiefs. He's definitely a prime example. Like Leonard Fournette's another example of another Adrian Peterson, another workhorse that likes to truck and brush his way through traffic to get the first down or more and break out loose for yards. Another workhorse that could definitely not last long in the NFL because he pushes his body so much and he's so aggressive with the football when he carries the football. So, but Adrian Peterson going to Arizona was definitely a great move. After the injury that they faced with David Johnson, another workhorse for that team, he did like almost everything on offense. He ran off the screens, he was running up the gut, and he was definitely being talked as one of the best running backs in the NFL. And I do agree with that, but I probably still go with Le'Veon Bell in my opinion as one of the best running backs in the NFL, other than Todd Gurley as well. He's having one heck of a season, but definitely top 5. David Johnson in the NFL is rushing. Not rushing, but running back wise is David Johnson. But him going down with the injury was definitely a tragic wrist injury, I believe. So they put him on injury reserve, and they wound up going for Chris Johnson, and he didn't do anything. He rushed for 114 yards off of 45 carries, which equates to like at least 2 yards per game. 2 yards per tote. Sorry, 2 yards per tote. So. That's not that good for Chris Johnson. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler, 3 times. I think he went 3 times. He's pretty good, but he caught up with age too. And for the Cardinals, they didn't really use him enough. Our old Carter Palmer, they are like more of a passing team. That's why David Johnson fit the system so well, because he can come out of the outside. He can come from the back of the field and like plays it like slot, or he could do like a wide out formation too and catch off the screens. Which is why he was so mobile and workhorse for the Cardinals team. He fit the scheme so well. That's why he averaged so many yards and was like one of the top running backs in the NFL. But other than that, Chris Johnson wound up getting released, which is unfortunate on his hand. The other day on Twitter, he was talking about Adrian Peterson need more carries. Well, he's definitely going to get him now because he just took your spot out of Arizona, which is very unfortunate. But it's definitely a good move for Arizona hands to get Adrian Peterson. I'm hoping that he'll fit this system a little bit better. He probably will, because they don't have a lot of running backs. New Orleans was deep on running backs. They had like at least 4 to 5 running backs on their all roster already. When they got him, it was just worse because they were just switching around like every other possession. And he wasn't getting nowhere anyway when he was running the football. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and talk about Chris Johnson. One more thing about the Arizona's rushing stats. 4th down conversions was 3 for 6. The total offensive yards was 1,700. Their total rushing yards were 259, which really isn't that great because their opponents that they played was 474, which is even worse on their defensive hand. But there's a few teams that Chris Johnson could go to. That he might not go to, but he could go to get picked up. Like Baltimore, they can definitely use Chris Johnson as a backup. I don't see him starting. Baltimore can use him. The Steelers can use him as a backup as well. The Jets can take Chris Johnson, in my opinion. They're pretty decent right now. They're actually winning games, which is shockingly. I think they did this by surprise. I think the Jets did it on purpose. They're pretty decent on paper. They're not that good, but they're one of those sleeping teams that you can't fall for, because that AFC East is definitely loosened up this year with the Patriots losing and kind of struggling. The Bills and the Jets is definitely making noise this year, when I must admit. So him going to the Jets would definitely be a different fit, and it's definitely good enough. He can definitely go to Buffalo as well, which is not bad on my end, as I guess. But he can definitely go to Buffalo as well. Houston Texans, they can use Chris Johnson in the backfield as a backup. Let's see what else. There's more teams. The Chiefs can use him as a backup. The Chargers can use him as a backup. The Detroit Lions can use him as a backup as well. The Giants can definitely use Chris Johnson. Their running game is not that great, in my opinion. I do like Chris Johnson. Could definitely probably help it out a little bit, but I still see them struggling, so it's not going to help that much. Tampa Bay can use Chris Johnson. I mean, they're getting Martin back as well, so I don't really think that'll work out. But Chris Rodgers is one of their running backs. I think he could definitely take that spot from him. San Francisco and Seattle. Seattle's having a little controversy as well. They're talking about starting Eddie Lacy. I don't know about all of starting Eddie Lacy. He's more of a ground and pound. You might want to use him on third downs, or second and third downs the most. But Chris Johnson can definitely be your first down running back. And then you could just rotate with that, which is definitely a good little move right there. Those are a few teams that can definitely use Chris Johnson. He's still out there in free agency. I won't be surprised if he gets picked up. But then again, I won't be surprised if he doesn't get picked up, just because of how deep the running back position is in the NFL, and definitely in free agency, that's just out there sitting. But other than that, it's very unfortunate to them. But shout out to the Cardinals for making that move. Adrian Peterson, I definitely can see him playing a big role on that offense when he gets his snaps and definitely gets the ball attempted. And I won't see him yelling at a coach like he did Sean Payton, because you playing the Sean Payton's offense, which is an air it out, you see stat pad Drew Brees out there. He's just throwing the football. He's not going to really run the ball. I don't remember it. Other than Reggie Bush, there hasn't been a lot of running backs that was definitely like fit in that system, that was like go-to, because Pierre Thomas was definitely just like a second and third down running back. I mean, he was pretty good, but it wasn't that good. So yeah, I mean, they've never been known as a running team in my opinion. But other than that, that's all I got. This is a quick little take on the trade that still shocked me. It happened today. So go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Turn your notifications on. Stay tuned. That's all I got. Peace.